Good morning, Boobie goaters. I'm starting like a little bit early. It's not drastically early. It's like 3 or 4 minutes early, and that's okay. My name is Erin, and I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna be like, it's me, Erin. It's me, yeah, Erin. I messed up. Okay, it's morning. I'm gonna pour some coffee, so let's do that. Drink it if you got it. Oh man. Cheers. Oh. Hey, Bill. Good morning. Good morning, Granny Boo. She's here first. I was like, I might start early, but I don't know when. And then I was like, I better start another pot of coffee just in case this one cools down and I want to heat it up. Oh my gosh, guys. I've been spying. I've been a spy. Not a terrible spy. I just wanted to see if Mitch was going to talk about something different today. And I went over to his channel, and it was the same rant about, I'm changing the direction of this channel, and stop talking. And I was like, we're not going to learn anything today. Okay. Bill needs another cup. Here you are, Bill. Fill it up. Gotcha. I have a little bit of cream in this one because I had bought like a little thing of cream for my camping trip, and I didn't use it that much. I didn't make enough coffee because apparently there's like this itinerary with the Cub Scouts, and you got to do this at set times because there were like 800 kids there. It was insane. We had to implement buddy system. My buddy was Nikki because he's a Tiger Scout, and they have to be with their parent until they become a wolf one? I don't know it yet. I didn't read the manual. I do have it. It's an older one, but I've got it. Okay. Drink it if you got it. Let's do that. Let's just have some more coffee. I did wake up a little early. Good morning, Amy. Whoosh movie. Coming to that rescue. Here I am. That's right. That's right. I'm coming. Yeah, I totally like went over there to listen a little bit. I was like, maybe I'll learn something. And he was talking about how terrible the cream powder is. And I was like, oh man, that stuff is horrid. Because Scarlett, we went shopping before I went camping. And Scarlett was like, how about you do the powdered stuff? It'll be safe. And I was like, oh, turn it around and read the label. It is not. It's a chemical concoction of evil. I loved it. Oh. So I got like a little thing of cream, and I survived my camping trip. The first night, guys, it's just like any camping trip ever that I go on in October. The first night is always 30 degrees and so cold. So cold. I was like, look guys, we gotta all like snuggle together or we're gonna die. Had the little stocking caps on our heads, you know, the whole deal. Lived. Woke up in the morning, I made coffee, and I thought, you know, I bought my percolator, I made real coffee, but Flash had the idea of, why don't you just get instant coffee? And I tried the yellow brand. I forget what the name of that brand is, but it was really good instant coffee. The Folgers was nasty. I had a little taste test. I don't know if I edited that yet and put it out. I probably didn't. But yeah, I gotta edit a video today, or if I forget, there's not gonna be one tomorrow. There was one today because I didn't know if I was gonna go live, but I decided to. And I'm gonna sneeze now. Oh, I feel it. I feel a sneeze. Guys, check out my cow. Isn't he cool? I went to Tractor Supply because my husband said, we need to get more chicken feed. And I was like, what are you talking about? I bought 3 bags Friday so you guys wouldn't run out for the next week. And he's like, next week? And I was like, what were you feeding the chickens? And he bought 4 bags. That's 200 pounds of chicken feed. And I was just like, that's too much. What are you doing? And anyway, they had all their Halloween stuff like 70 to 90% off. So I got this guy for like $4. I thought it was really cool until Emmett broke his feet. So I'm going to have to glue them. Yes, that's right. If you're not subscribed to Amy's channel, she's right there. It's popping up at Keto Rockstars. Go check her out. And subscribe Z because she's got a magic 8-ball on her YouTube lives that tell you to do things. No, I just asked it if I should go live and it was like, yes, go live. Good morning, retired Rick. You woke up. Get that coffee. I had to make another pot just in case my coffee went cold. All right. Well, I was gone. Or I forgot to check the mail before I left on Friday. But anyway, I got an awesome t-shirt in the mail. And I was like, I got to put on my snappy shirt to show everybody. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Lainey. Guys are popping. That's cool. All right. You ready? Are you guys ready for this sweet t-shirt? Check it out. Oh my God, is that Milton? And a duck? On a charger? It came in the mail. How cool. I gotta lose that thing. It's getting kind of warm. Although it is chilly here now and it's been dreary. It's raining, but not just slight misty weather. Bill got it. Cool beans. So I haven't learned anything yet. I don't know if you're gonna learn anything here, but we can all hang out, chill for a little bit. Right, Ted. Coffee. Oh yeah. So Amy just said she loves that shirt. She wants the dumpster chicken since 1983. I do too. But I clicked on the link for this since it said it was delivered. And it went straight to suggestions, and the iguana one was right there, and I bought it. I bought the iguana one, but I really want the dumpster chicken too. Like, they're great shirts. Thanks, Lewis. These are great designs. Good morning, Tanya. Milton joyride in Rick's car. I love it. I love how he's just like, it's like a little toy car and he's sticking out there. Good morning, Alan. Yeah. I'm going to pour more coffee. I have not. Yeah, I have not. It was, the kids were off last week and they went back to school today. So, although I've been waking up at the right time every day. I don't know. What's the shirt link? Good question. Hold on. I have one. There's a post. There's a post on my YouTube channel. Let me open it up. Let me see if I can't copy the link. Now I have to do stuff just for you, Rick. Let's see. Go to my channel page. View your channel. Glad I got a computer. I would have just been like, go to my posts and look for it. Posts. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I can copy and paste that link and put it in the chat. I'm pretty sure I could. Let's see. There's a squirrel. You guys see this picture of Isaac, my oldest boy, next to a little squirrel. The guy that had that squirrel, he did it, chainsaw, all the things, tried to keep it intact, and then the termites got to it, and he had to get rid of the squirrel. I wish I would have known. I would have been like, we gotta save the squirrel. Let's see, no video today, blah, 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 blah. Me wanting ghost stories and not getting any. Why do I have so many posts? Where is it? It's on here somewhere. I'll look for it. I'm still looking. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Bonfire Milton. Let me see. Can I click on my post? How do I click on it? I want to share it. How do I get? I want the link. Okay. Click on that. Do I accept all the cookies? I don't want any cookies. How do I share? Bonfire, you suck. Let's see. Bonfire. Let me just copy a little bit of this URL. It will probably... It'll probably take you to it. Let's just try that. Okay. See? Look at me, computer whiz. You're welcome. And then live stream, go to the studio, Control V. Hopefully it works. Put it in. No, it did not. No, maybe it did. Can you click on it? Let me see. Will it do it? Come on. Come on. It helps. Look, if you buy this shirt, it helps neuter kitties. So that's a good thing. Okay? It worked! So it takes you to Milton's Muscle Ride. I said Muscle Milton Ride. And then what I did was I clicked on more from the seller to find the other shirts. But there it is. Yeah, it worked. Yay. I did stuff. So George is here. Good morning. And you're walking later to Aldi's. That's good. I thought about visiting the Aldi's, but I don't have to because Sunday morning, I thought it was my husband texting me, but it was actually my daughter. She was like, when are you going to come back from camping? And I was like, haven't you borrowed our oldest car and went to get the deals? Because Sunday mornings when all the deals are at the store that I know. And I was like, you gotta hit up those deals. And then she was like, what? Excuse me? And I was like, oh no, this is Loretta, not Zane. But Loretta woke him up and I was like, you need to go get the deals. So he went shopping. So I didn't have to do it. That was awesome. I like camping because I wake up really early and nobody else is awake. And then you have to like lay there and wait. Oh, funny camping story. Okay. It's the first night. We're freezing to death. But you know, you still fall asleep. And Nixon wakes up. It's 2 in the morning because I checked my phone. I had to grab it anyway for a light. I did have a little lantern, but I didn't know where to put it. It was dark in the tent. It was late at night. Anyway, he was like, I need to go potty. And I'm like, okay, get your shoes on. Get my shoes on. Let's go. We go out to use the bathroom, right? They've got porta-johns all over the place. He goes in one. I go in the other. And obviously, when you're at your most vulnerable, what happens? Coyotes howling, like right next to the porta-john. And you're just like, why? Why? But I guess that was lucky that I heard the howling because there was another lady and she was going to the porta-johns as well. And she heard rustling and she was like, is that a person or an animal? And she flicks on her light, and less than 10 feet from her is a skunk. And she was like, yeah, I don't have to go that bad. And then she went back to her tent. And I was like, good call. Good call. All right. I think the link worked. And yes, you do help little kitties get neutered. This is, Lewis made these shirts. All right. Julie's here. Good morning. Say hi to everybody. That's cool. Oh my gosh. So can you believe this chat is like totally messing with what I want to talk about today? And this poor lady, I had to do it, guys. I had to watch a little bit. I just had to watch a little bit. This poor lady was like, I keep asking questions and all he's telling me to do is watch a video. Do you have a link to that video? Go look for it. Like, what is this? That's when you know you're done doing morning coffee. You can go look for it. I'm sure you can type it into YouTube. I always get lost when I type stuff into YouTube. And Julie's walking later because it's only 5 a.m. here. It's only. Walking's nice. I forgot to take my pedometer with me, so it was kind of funny. It was the afternoon, and Flash goes, Mom, how many steps have we made so far? And I was like, I forgot it. But it felt like we were already at 6,000. I was like, we didn't hit 10 yet, but I'm sure we will by the end of the night. They had a lot of fun. The worst part was they were doing these little craft projects, and they had like 30 minutes to an hour on each of them. And there was this one where they had to make a pumpkin using stuffing, old t-shirt stuffing, and handkerchief and some twine, and I had to help Nixon, but I couldn't get over there because there was like so many people helping the other kids, and he just sat there for a while staring because he really didn't want to do it, and he disappears. And I'm like, wait a minute, I lost my buddy. Where's my buddy? And I go over to the other tables on the other side of this place, and I look around, and I'm like, oh, there's Nixon. I caught him at the corner of my eye, and he was making slime, and I was like, you got to do the project with your group, buddy, not this one. So we ended up making 2 slimes, and I finally got him over to his project of making his pumpkin, and I helped him. He didn't want to do it because he had to tie knots, and he's not really comfortable with knots yet. That's okay. You get there, eventually. Why can't... Okay. There it is. There I am. Nobody gave me any good stories. Let me go check the dun 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 dun. You guys like my thumbnail? I'm so happy that YouTube let me make it. At first I was like, how about we have this lady crawling out of an old grave, and then I was like, no, they'll probably tell me no, with like goats. Goats with vampire teeth. Those are my favorite ones to try. Usually the little AI thing that they have in YouTube posts will tell me no. They always tell me no. Alright, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, it's gotta load. And hopefully I didn't miss anything. Ah, Amy's getting the work started. Okay, here we go. Do you like the spooky season? 64 said yes. 36 said no. Is it because of the candy, guys? Does the candy scare you? That's pretty scary. It's a scary thought. I messed up my first year, and I even did a little thumbnail. Well, I thought, you know, maybe for views, I should tell people this story, because there was like a thought process to it. Like, I was cleaning out the couch, I was sweeping, and I actually worked the whole day before I ate anything. So I was actually really hungry. And there was a Snickers, like a little, you know, those little ones that have the S. And I was like, forget it, I'm hungry. And I ate it. And then I felt so guilty. It was crazy feeling for cheating on carnivore my first year. I think I did like a 12-minute video about how it's so awful I messed up once. And then I thought, well, why did I do that? Like, what made that happen? And number one, I was hungry. So whenever there's crap in the house, just make sure you eat something before, like meat, you know, like a hamburger patty or something, you know? And then I was like, okay, so keep full. So a lot of for staying really, really good on carnivore, a lot of it is just not being hungry, because that will mess you up. And it's good to be satiated, so might as well eat till you're comfortably stuffed during holidays. And what I mean that is the carnivore diet stuff, you know, don't cheat. Because it hurts. It hurts the next day. So don't do it. Amy, a good listen. Other very slow chat, but seems working for him. What do we, let me go to live chat. My computer and my phone just keep it to top chat. And then I'm like, wait a minute. People are talking and I'm missing them, and I have to change it every time. Got a little bit of a runny nose. I should have grabbed some tissues. Been doing that every morning forever. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Got a cat over here. Come here, kitty. These are weird kittens. This one doesn't really have a name yet. Well, when she got fixed, I just said her name was Frisky because I had a cat like this when I was little and her name was Frisky. But she doesn't really have a name. And I was like, oh man, that feels bad for you because you don't have a name. You're just Cat. Really. Just woke up. I spent too long at Grandma's crochet last night. Isn't she great though? Barbara. Oh, I love it. I would have stayed up too, but I get up early now. Gotta make sure people are awake. Not just me waking up early. I tried to poke the bear at Kiltz's today. I don't know if anybody was there to see it, but yeah, they were joking around about Kiltz taking like 2 bites of a salad, but showing this big plate, the picture. And I was like, hey, didn't you say that eating vegetables and stuff like ferment in your tummy and become alcohol and make your brain all messed up or something stupid? I don't remember what I wrote, but I wrote something like that. And Elliot put it up because it kind of looked like a question. And I was like, I was just poking the bear. I didn't want to start anything. Don't put that up there. Poking. Yeah, that's where I got that. Ooh, the goaters. Yes, Barbara's so funny. She's so funny. And, you know, it's really smart that she's just sitting there and crocheting and just looking up every once in a while and reading the chat because then you have something to do and then you're just like, oh, you know, love it. Some more. Did we hear of Peter's date? Oh, I know. I know all about it. Ready, guys? They're just going to be friends. So, maybe it didn't go that well. But, you know, it's dating. So, there. Thanks for Noslow chat. You like typing? Yeah. Look, I'm going to miss all of this. I may rewatch it while I'm walking later. Just so I can read this and be like, oh, man, I missed a question. My bad. So sorry. My problem is I can't scroll back, and I'm wondering why. It used to let me do that. Yeah, he said it was nice, but no love match. That's right. They just maybe be friends. There was no big connection. They didn't zing. Gotta zing. Oh, yeah. Coffee does, and this one's starting to get kind of cold, so I'm glad I brewed up a little bit more. Reaching. There we go. Warm it up a bit. I'm trying a different flavor today. That's right. I'm bad AF because my coffee is peppermint. I try to make sure, like, I mean, it's coffee, so obviously everybody's like, ew, it's moldy, you're gonna die of the mold situation. I don't care, it's coffee. And I'm not eating bad stuff. I'm eating good stuff, and coffee's my vice. It is. It is. But I like the flavored ones, okay? I also like plain coffee. I don't care, really, but I just wanted peppermint, and I didn't want to have tea. Peppermint tea, for some reason, when it's made from stores, and it doesn't say organic, tastes like poison. I can't drink it anymore. It used to be my favorite thing to drink. So, I like it when they start, yeah. We're waiting for our Nespresso delivery unless the Carnivore police intervene. Oh no. Wee. But it works. You know, honestly, if you've got a sweet tooth problem, go for coffee with flavor, but make sure it's not something that'll trigger you, is what it is. Make it plain. I add a little cream in this thing. It's okay. I just thought it'd be weird with butter and eggs in it being peppermint, you know? Like, I'm just thinking it'd be weird. Just a little bit. Stay away from any of the flavor coffees with that say they're apple flavor, because it's just nasty. I will tell you right now, it is disgusting. Don't. And then I'd say like French vanilla would be okay, but you don't know if it's like real vanilla flavoring, so that's one that I would stay away from too. Yeah, straight coffee. There you are. There it is. Adding salt, cocoa, and caramel flavor to my coffee helps offset the bad taste of iodine and minerals. Dude, did you see what happened to me when I was like, well, maybe I need to take iodine because everybody else is taking iodine. Maybe it'll help me feel better. Maybe it'll help me lose weight faster. I just thought, maybe I'll try it. And then the freaking lymph nodes in my armpits swole. And I was like, what is this? So I Google it really quick. And if you have an over, like, amount of iodine, that happens. And I was like, holy crap, you mean I didn't need it at all? This is me not even testing people. Getting it tested before you take minerals because that's what you're supposed to do, so you know. But I was just like, I'll try it because everybody's like, we're all deficient in iodine. You need that iodine. And I'm like, well, I guess I don't need it as much as everybody. You know? How many drops? That is not what I took because I'm not going to do drops. I took pills. Iodine pill. I took one a day. And they're really cool because it has like a radiation sign on them. Like if you're exposed to radiation, iodine is what they give you. And I just took one a day. And it wasn't even a big amount. Do I have it still? Nah. Seems to have disappeared. But I took it. And maybe it was too high for me. Who knows? But if your body really needed it, your lymph nodes probably wouldn't swell. Is what I'm thinking. You do drops, usually 6 to 7 drops. Yeah. I don't do drops. I take pills. I do a great job. Oh, well, thank you, Amy. I'm trying. I might miss questions, and I do apologize if I do. Oh gosh, I hope she doesn't come over here and knock over everything. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Gonna hold this. Gonna hold this. The orange one came by, Seamus, and I was like, don't come up here, buddy. And he was like, I'm gonna knock everything down. I was like, no, kitty, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're sweet. The daddy cat is Potato because Potato has issues and can't get fixed because it's going to be a very expensive surgery for him. But Potato is kind of special, and you can't touch Potato, but you can like pet him, and whenever there's like loose lunch meat, all I have to do is, here, kitty, kitty. It comes out of nowhere like a raccoon and gets up on 2 paws and like, grabs the meat. He's so freaking cute. But he's like my favorite cat because you can't pet him or pick him up. I like cats like that. They just stay back and they're just like, I don't know. He's got attitude, and I love it. But anyway, these are his babies, and they're super, super sweet. Like, the mom had them in our back bathroom, which is under construction, and they were, like, under the floor. And we had to dig out, like, take apart the floor to get these kittens out. And they were, like, a few weeks old at the time, but they were feral. They were feral and horrible. And we just had them for maybe a week, and the kids kept playing with them because they were little. They were like 3-4 weeks old. And the mom, she never weaned them. She went forever with them. And they're just so sweet, and they like to have their bellies rubbed. And, you know, I always joke, like, yeah, the rooster, the little tiny guys outside. I always joke, though, like, when you pet or rub a cat's belly, it's the danger zone because they're either going to bite you or enjoy it, and these kittens enjoy it. They think they're like little dogs. They're just fun and sweet and huge because Potato's a big cat, and these kittens are big. They are big. Terry Sue said, I made jerky, forgot about it. Hopefully it's okay. Well, it's definitely gonna jerk. It'll be great. Don't worry about it. Just don't break your teeth on it. That's what I was living off of. I smoked some steaks that when I was breaking my fast, and the kids didn't eat it all. And I was like, well, I'll take it camping too. And they were like jerky. I was like ripping it and stuff. It was pretty funny. Amy says, I have over 5,000 emails for work this morning. Oh my, that's a lot to go through. George says he has 2 cats, Angus and Hamish. I love it. Yeah, the orange one, he's a ginger, and we went with Seamus. And then we got Prince Philip, he's around here. He's huge. He got big. And then this one, and Moon Pie. Moon Pie's around here too. I gotta get Moon Pie fixed. I didn't even want Moon Pie. He just showed up with Beta again. She's got my problems. I used to bring cats home all the time, and she just doesn't stop. I'm like, you gotta quit this addiction to kittens. We're done. I'm the one that cleans litter box. We are done. Oh no, welcome to Monday morning. All those emails. I probably have about 20,000 that I need to go through and delete from an account that I started when I was like 13. It's still there. Oh no. Okay. How do I even roll? Ugh. Alright. I do have a spooky story to tell today. I do. If you want to hear about it, it is a folktale from Pennsylvania. And it's called Axe Murder Hollow. So when this is great. Moon pie just reminds me of a big cookie. Dude, moon pies are gross. I don't know how they're famous. I remember my mom would go to these bread stores and they would be like, you know, 70% off bread and stuff every Saturday. And she'd come home with like a big thing of moon pies for all the kids. And us, we thought it'd be fun to just put them in the microwave and kind of blow them up a little bit because they're like a cookie with a marshmallow and they're covered in chocolate. Or banana flavored chocolate, vanilla. Ugh. They're gross though. They're so gross. That's all I remember is like how nasty they are. With the weird soft graham crackery thing in them. Ugh. On end occasions, I like to be like, I'm tormented by them. They're so gross. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I should feed them to the kids and see if they like them. Because you gotta know they're disgusting. Ah, retired Rick goes, thumbs up, people. Get that thumb up. It's a like and entry, guys. Come on now. I'm just kidding. Might as well. All right. So, this is retold by S.E. Slosher, and I think we read one of hers before. Don't worry, it's like a paragraph. We'll be good. Yeah, get those thumbs up. I've never read this before, so we're reading it live right now. I thought, you know, since it is spooky Halloweeny week, and since October, and I like to go through these anyway. It's good to read. Wake up in the morning, you know, why not? What is going on? Delete all? Alright. This is excerpted from Spooky, Pennsylvania. Oh, great. I've got the good names too. Susan and Ned were driving through a wooded, empty section of the highway. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, the sky went dark in the torrential downpour. We better stop, said Susan. Wait, isn't this how Rocky Horror Picture Show starts? Susan. Damn it, Janet. Okay. Ned nodded his head in agreement. He stepped on the brake, and suddenly the car started to slide on the slick pavement. All right, look. Isn't it, what is it called? Where you don't drive fast in the rain because you will slide. Just don't do it. Beta found out the hard way last year. She hit a tree. Okay. Let's start sliding. Okay. They plunged off the road and slid to a halt at the bottom of an incline. Pale and shaking, Ned quickly turned to check if Susan was all right. She nodded. Ned relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. I'm going to see how bad it is, he told Susan, and went out into the storm. She saw his blurry figure in the headlight walking around the front of the car. A moment later, he jumped in beside her, soaking wet. Car's not badly damaged, but we're in wheel-deep mud, he said, and I'm going to have to go for help. Susan swallowed nervously. There would be no quick rescue here. He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Axe Murder Hollow. Although Ned hadn't said the name out loud, they both knew that what he had been thinking when he told her to lock the car. This was a place where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in a jealous rage over an alleged affair. Supposedly, the axe-wielding spirit of the husband continued to haunt this section of the road. Isn't that the way, of course, where you have to stop? Outside the car, Susan heard a shriek and a loud thump and a strange gurgling noise, but she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Frightened, she shrank down in her seat. She sat in silence for a while, and then she noticed another sound. Bump, bump, bump. It was a soft sound, like something being blown by the wind. Suddenly, the car was illuminated by a bright light. An official-sounding voice told her to get out of the car. Ned must have found a police officer. Susan unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. As her eyes adjusted to the bright light, she saw it, hanging by his feet. From the tree, next to the car, was the dead body of Ned. His bloody throat had been cut so deeply that he was nearly decapitated. The wind swung his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump, bump, bump. Susan screamed and ran toward the voice and the light. As she drew close, she realized that the light wasn't coming from a flashlight. Standing there, was a glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face and a large, solid, and definitely real axe in his hand. She backed away from the glowing figure until she bumped into the car. Playing around when my back was turned, the ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers. You've been very naughty. That last thing she saw was a glint of the axe blade in the eerie, incandescent light. Oh my gosh, that was really creepy. Oh man. Scary. Oh, good for you, Rick. He's listening and not chatting. Oh my goodness. Oh, alright, I'm gonna get demonetized for that one. But hacking. The more carnivore the chicken along with the sunlight, I would assume would have more iodine. Oh no. For the eggs. Or maybe the fact that I eat a lot of sardines too and they carry iodine. Joy and positivity is the best way to start it. Oh, sorry, Granny Boo. Not the scary stories. Not the scary stories. I'm so glad Eloise isn't standing here asking me for something. I would jump. Spill my coffee. That's right. Positivity. Love it. Because I like to say that in the morning too. It's good to be happy. You're going, not welcome. Well, like, so I go and I click on that thing. And I'm like, so what's he talking about? Just for a little bit, killing time. Then he starts talking about his ex-wife again. And I was like, that poor lady. Could you imagine him yelling at her all the time? Like, listen, do you not know Ansel Keys? I better stop. Walk away. Alright, let's see. Chicken has iodine in it. Another eggs do. I need to figure out this stupid Chromebook. Oh, yeah, I did that the other day. Okay, I have to pop out the chat. That's how I get it to work. I can find another scary one, guys. If you're up for the challenge. I don't pre-read them, so. Hello, Squeaky Monkey. Good morning. Here we go. Hey, I can zoom all the way back to the top. Ooh. Okay, there's the iodine. Iodine in chicken eggs. You have plenty of those. Yep. And I eat the is the iodine in the yolk? I feel like the yolk is more important than the white. But let me tell you this. Making chaffles with just the whites of the egg and just some cheese, if you do cheese, they're perfect. They're amazing. And they broke my fast. And they were so good. Like, it worked. And then my waffle iron broke. And I was just like, well, there goes saving the whites of the eggs again. Ugh. That always happens. I have to look for a better waffle iron. Because all they have are those mini things everywhere. But they don't have, like, the big one. And then when you go find the big waffle iron, they want, like, $50 for it. It's like, no, I got mine on sale for, like, $17. I might have to go to Target to get another one. So I do chaffles with the whites of the egg because I use the yolk for my fatty coffee. See that? I was, instead of dumping the egg whites down the drain. But it makes the chaffles really steady and they're not floppy, so you don't have to add the pork rinds to them. And you don't have to add like a little bit of sour cream. You don't even have to put sour cream in it at all. But it makes them sturdy. Like they're sturdy. The whites make them sturdy. And they're not floppy. And that's why I'm always after a not floppy chaffle. And it was actually delicious on its own. And that's what I like. Something easy that I don't have to add stuff to. And that was pretty easy to make. And it worked. Casey with morphine. What is going on? What did I miss? You've been on a cheese binge. Really? Maybe it's not a binge. Like, I always blame my weight stalls on cheese or cream. And apparently it's just, I'm just stalled. So, like, going without it for 90 days and it being the same and me actually walking more during those 90 days, backing off on what I'm eating, like, fat-wise on those 90 days and cheese-wise, and I still stayed the same. So I'm in healing. I don't care. I do look different from last year, so that's better. Like, sometimes that's morale for me to go back and watch older videos and be like, oh yeah, this is working. I feel good, and it's taking its time, but it's doing its job. Good body. Good for you. Or good brain. Good for you, brain. We're doing the color game again. All right, good luck. What will happen next? We don't know. I put Moon Pie outside. I don't like Moon Pie. He's a bad, bad kitty. You know what I thought about doing is saving. Well, I put my coffee grounds in with the chicken bucket and just feed the chickens the coffee grounds because, you know, it all becomes soil. But I thought, you know, what if I save my coffee grounds, let them dry up a little bit, and use them for kitty litter? I wonder if they'd use that. Like, retired Rick, here we can ask a question other than about carb addiction. Don't buy it and say no. Erin is a good example of just say no. Just say no. That's right. You know they got rid of the DARE program for kids? It was all about the t-shirts or the cool hoodies. Mine was a black DARE shirt and it was neon DARE. I wish I kept that thing. Retired Rick. She's a lot prettier than the other one. Good on the eyes. Easy to listen to. There you go. Righty. Oh, okay. Go back. Go back. Okay, here we go. Here you go. They got rid of Dare. I love those shirts. Yeah! I asked the kids. I was like, around 5th grade, they usually do Dare, and the cop comes in and does it, and they got rid of it. Maybe funding, and, you want to fill the prisons a little more, I guess. I don't know. But it needs to be talked about. Dare. I don't know why they did it. Probably funding. We're talking about cheese. George says, I have cheese instead of desserts in restaurants. We got this big thing of blue cheese crumble. My husband bought it. And I was like, blue cheese? That's kind of, cheese is fermented. Blue cheese is pretty good. I like blue cheese. What I really like is smoked blue cheese. It's hard to find around here. Sometimes I find it and I'm just like, yes! You could probably smoke your own with a smoker, but I don't know. Because they legalized it in California. Be wild. That's why they got rid of Dare. Duh. So they could sell it legally. Dude, California is wild. Good luck there. My brother, he was part of the mass exodus. He left. He went to Texas. He likes it. Haven't heard any complaints. With the cheese. Me too, with the cheese. The cheese. I like feta. Goat cheese is, the farmhouse goat cheese is like really, really smooth. I like that too. Whatever, I like cheese. I like it all. I like that New York sharp cheddar. You gotta like use a part of the cheese grinder thingy that like makes the cheese really little and small and ruin the cheese with the addiction for cheese. Cheese is so much fun. And the New York sharp cheddar, Flash was talking about it. He was like, you make your homemade Cheez-Its all the time. And I was like, yeah, I just use cheese, but I use sharp cheddar cheese. And you just melt it in the oven until it starts to look like a little bit brown around the edges. And you let it cool. You have to use a pan and some parchment paper, but it's worth it. And then you just like wait for it to cool down and you either cut it, like with an old pizza slicer, into little squares. But they're dangerous for me because I will eat them all because they're so good. I don't even know if Rick's here. Is Rick here? Has he not seen it? This is an awesome shirt. I love it. I had to get the iguana one. It was that one made me laugh, and I was like, I will love this shirt. This is so fun. Aldi's has a lot of tempting cheeses. Yeah, and they're different all the time. I should share the one when I tried to make a pumpkin cheesecake, and I used an Aldi pumpkin cheese, and it had 3 carbs in it, and I was like, it's cool, because it's going to be a cheesecake. And I made the crust, the pork rind crust. I should share it. I will share it in my post. I'll find it and share it. But it was like, I was like, it's so weird. I guess I'll eat it because I made it, but it was sour. Sour. It was so sour. Emmett was like, yuck. It was pretty good. It's a good little episode. I had Nikki help me that time. Where do I get it from? Lewis's site. Hold on. I have a link straight to that shirt. Let me see. Control V. There you go. There you go, Terry Sue. Right there. Boom. Rick likes to jump into poop fire. I saw that short. I'm so mad I missed like a lot of the pajama party. I was glad I said hello, but it looked like a lot of fun. We have a local very strong cheddar called Glastonbury Twanger. I'll have to look for it. Our butcher Ashley, the Meetup Cartier, he sells it. Oh. No, it's Lewis. It's Lewis's. Lewis made the shirts, and I think they benefit just kittens getting fixed. So I'm all for it. Fix those kittens. Rick won't do a bonfire. Good morning, Jerry. Oh, it says Carnivore Jerry. Did you change it again? What does it say at? All the handles are different. I was like, is mine gonna change? Because I'm pretty sure when I set up mine, even when they wanted my legal name, I just put Boobie and Goats. So it would work that way. Yeah. Another pajama party would be fun. Poor Juliet, though. You could tell that she's good after 30 minutes. It's kind of funny. Show me your kitties. Have you seen those? They're great t-shirts. Lewis is funny. Oh, YouTube changed it again. Oh. There you go. There's a way. I don't know how. I think Amy was explaining it. You have to rewatch her live. So pay attention. Pay attention to it. You missed the PJ party? Well, you could do the replay. I might watch the replay while I'm walking. Gotta go find my pedometer. I'm gonna look for that. We have these. The only time, though, I go to Kroger's, there's this one. It's a very fancy store. Sometimes you go into Kroger's and you're like, ew, this place is gross. But anyway, they have these, the one near, it's a better Murfreesboro one, I think. They have like this weird cheese store inside of it. And you can walk around and you can look at all the different types of cheeses. If it's goat cheese, sheep cheese, if it's something crazy, they have the whole wheels. They got them sliced up in the middle. And I like to go through their little basket of like $3 cheeses and see which one do I want to try today, you know, if I'm out and about. But I'm gonna see if they have that. It'd be neat. I bet it's like super local. Can't have it shipped. Ah. See, Jerry, you try to get rid of the carnivore and it just keeps coming back. You don't want to leave. I want to be all inclusive. Not all inclusive. I want to be everybody. Bring them all. All right. Do you have another scary story we can tell? Hang on out. Oh, I think he's over at, is he at Old Guy Carnivores right now? He might be. I don't think he's seen the shirt. Scary Halloween stories. I think he's seen them because Juliet has some and she shared hers. And I was like, I'm going to get mine in the mail then because she got hers. Oh, these are scary. There's one called Black Magic, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary Whales. Does she have whales? There's one called Burt Church, Dispatch. These might be really scary because the last one was like, I'm gonna chop you up. There's another one about the Hatchet Man. That's lovely. Ooh. How about the one called Jack-O-Lantern? Oh, that's another S.E. Slosher. I wonder if this is her book and somebody stole pieces and fragments out of it. This is from Spooky Maryland. Where's my... It's turned into iced coffee already. That is cold, but good. Here we go. This one's called Jack-O-Lantern. It's a nice little Jack-O-Lantern. Let's show it off. Yeah, spooky. Spooky. It's over, spooky. More morning, Sandy. You weren't notified? Shame. For shame. Where you been hiding? Huh? Yeah, she did hit the hour mark. Yep. You can tell. Okay. After a long day of unlucky hunting, I found myself stuck in the middle of the marshlands for the night without a flashlight or a lantern to guide my stumbling steps. So I settled beside a fallen log to rest until daylight. I tossed and turned. I recalled the story my great-uncle told me about the ghost that haunted the marshlands. There was once a man named Jack who was a nasty fellow. He beat his wife and kids and was an all-around bad chap. Jack got worse and worse as the years rolled by, but finally Jack's body got so wore out that he died. He went up to heaven, but St. Peter refused to let such a wretched fellow in. Then he went to hell, but the devil barred the door as soon as he saw Jack coming, and he wouldn't let him in either. "Go away and don't come back," the devil told Jack. "How am I supposed to get back in the dark?" Jack grumbled. "Give me a lantern." So the devil threw a chunk of molten fire out to Jack, who took it for his lantern and went back to Earth, where he wanders forever through the swamps and the marshlands of the earth, a bitter spirit whose only delight was in luring the unaware to their doom with his lamp. At this juncture in my musings, I happened to look out over the marshlands, and I noticed a blinking light in the fog. "Is that you, Jack-o'-lantern?" I called joyfully. "Jack, Jack, Jack," a voice whispered back. I was seriously spooked. I clutched my gun to my chest. The hair on my arms were standing on end. Had that been the echo of my voice? Or was that someone out there? "Who's there?" I shouted, trying to be brave and menacing. But it didn't sound brave or menacing when I did it. I waved my gun around. "Show yourself at once!" Jack, Jack, Jack. The voice hissed from a completely different section of the swamp. A light blinked on and off, and then off. Shudders ran up my spine at the sound of the ghastly voice coming from nowhere. I huddled up against the log, wanting something firm at my back. Suddenly, the story of the jack-o'-lantern didn't seem so funny. My heart was pounding so hard it made my chest hurt. I strained my eyes in the silence that fell over the swamp. Jack, 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 the voice hissed from somewhere to my left this time. The light blinked on and off. I counted 10 heartbeats this time before it went off. The voice sounded closer. I held very still, my instincts screaming at me to hold my breath and not move until the menace had passed. The voice came again, far off to the right. Jack, 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 it hissed. The light came on and off and on and off. It's moving away, I thought, relaxing for just a bit, feeling safer. There was a long, long, long silence. Nothing stirred, not the wind in the grass, not the frogs or the turtles in the water, not the crickets or the night insects. Jack, Jack, Jack. The voice hissed softly right into my ear. I looked up into the glowing red eyes and twisted face of the jack-o'-lantern. I screamed and lashed out with my gun. I ran a few steps, tripped and fell over, knocking my head on a sharp stone. For a moment, I saw stars, and then I felt blood pouring from my scalp. But the jack-o'-lantern was right behind me. I had to get away. I rolled and fell into a deep pool. I plunged underneath the water, flailing desperately against the rope-like grasses that tried to keep me down. My head finally burst out of the water, and I gasped desperately for air, treading the water as best I could with my trembling limbs and aching head. I heard the creature laugh in the mist. Jack! 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 The voice hissed delightedly, and then the light blinked on and off, right over my head, binding my dazed eyes as horror flowed through me, and froze my limbs so I could no longer swim. For a long moment, the grotesque face, the red eyes of the jack-o'-lantern loomed out in the mist before my petrified gaze. Okay, I'm gonna have to do theater voice exercises before I read things. My head started to swim with pain from the bleeding skull. The evil face above me, lit by its bright light, whirled around and around, glowing dimmer as my eyes started to glaze. I was vaguely aware that I should keep swimming, keep trying to make my way to the edge of the pool, but the effort was too much for my suddenly heavy limbs. I barely noticed myself plunging down into the watery depths of the pool, too stunned by my injury to fight my way to the surface a second time. Then there was only darkness and silence, and a voice hissing in the cold triumph. Jack, Jack, Jack. The end. Yay! I read another story. Hooray. That was pretty good, I guess. Like it in first person. Not as scary. Long, Jack, long. Okay, where is my chat that I popped out? Pop out chat. There it is. More coffee. Hot coffee. Hot coffee. Ugh. There you go. Oh, thank you, Amy. These are read on the fly, so I don't know if they're good or not. So I read them. What does it say? Note to self, when a channel gets no longer feeds in your mind, shop around. Oh, there you go. Like Bond, James Bond. Jack. Love it. Good morning, Carnivorous Life. They changed all our names. It's a rainy day in Georgia. Sounds like a song. It's a rainy day in Georgia. Yeah, it's kind of raining here too. It's going to be cloudy and chilly. What did I miss? Let me back up a little bit. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, it's time to make Ladybug food. That's a puppy. How old is Ladybug? Is she like 6 or 7? Okay, let's see. Everybody saying good morning to Sandy. Good morning, sunshine. There it is. Watched Mints. No comment. Or Mitch. That's it. I'm done. Good night, everybody. Or good morning. I'm out. Not enough coffee. Okay. Watch Mitch. Mitch, no comments. Just lurking there. Mitch. We're saying. Oh, the game with the lights. Yep. It's like Ghostbusters, Bill. You gotta like really think about the number or whatever's behind the card, and then you get the color. Okay, so really think about it, and this be like. Amy said, I lurked in Mitch's too. I'm pretty sure he's mad at me since he read my comment Friday. I watched that like maybe 10-minute beginning. He was like, I don't know what to do. Or I don't even know. I think Barbara was on to something last night. Let's see. Erin's not paying attention to his chatter. She keeps talking about stories. Yeah, can you imagine just like saying what you want to say and then going through the chat? Oh my god, what? Erin, what are the kids going to be for Halloween? Well, you've guys seen what the little kids are going to be. We got Rocky's going to be Wonder Woman, or she likes to call Butter Woman, and Emmett's going to be himself, Superman, and Nixon's going to be Batman, and let's see, Flash. Flash wanted to be the Grim Reaper, and I was able to find his costume, so he's going to be Grim Reaper, even though he was a ninja. He doesn't want to be the ninja, he wants to be the Grim Reaper, but he's mad because the scythe, they're sold out. Nobody has a scythe. So, sorry, buddy. That's okay. You don't need it because you're going to be holding your candy bag probably. And then Scarlett's got a vampire's cape and this devil mask because my husband was like, she's just going to be the devil. I'm not even going to ask what she wants to be. And then Eloise wants to be Guy Fieri. So she actually dyed her hair blonde for this. And she's got the fire shirt, like the fire button-up shirt. And she was like, I'm spiking my hair. It's going to be hilarious. And I'm like, good for you. I'm glad you're making your own costumes. And then Petrus, he's always a stormtrooper. I need to get like a big stormtrooper costume for him, but it's probably too late. So I'll probably get him like a ghost face mask or something. And then Isaac's not going because he's really big. He's like 6'4". And last year, somebody said something kind of mean, and so he's not going to go trick-or-treating. And that's okay. He can help with the little kids. And I told him he could have all the extra candy I find when I clean, if he wants it. He's not really into it. Isaac's more of a keto guy. Now I think about it. He's improved his eyesight and everything just by doing that. And then Amy said, because Erin's smart and stays out of drama. I do, and I leave. I leave when I'm not feeling good about being places. I don't like it, even if it's online. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm a Mitch fit. I really am. But right now, I need a Mitch break. So it's good to have a little bit of a Mitch break. And just pray for him because he needs it. He needs prayers, even though he doesn't believe. Sometimes you gotta say a couple little rosaries for the guy that doesn't believe, just to help them out. Let's see. Terry Sue, hard to describe. He did say that not all the blueberries and cream went to the trash. What? Oh, well that makes sense then. That's why he's acting so crazy. He's got carbs in his system, right? Because the carbs make you nuts. So my first year carnivore, I decided, I was going to have a cheat day. And it was going to be Easter. And I was like, it'll be great. I'll do really, really well until Easter. Because I just had to have some stupid goal, just to stay steady. And I'm glad I did this too, because it was really kind of helpful in a way. But I had some Easter candy, and not even 30 minutes later, my brain felt like it was shaking. My arms were shaking. I didn't like the way I was feeling. I didn't like it. My body probably was in shock from what I ate, candy-wise. And I just realized, that's not good. It's not going to work. So never again. And we have these funny chats sometimes with Loretta. She's always like, yeah, my mom can't eat that because she'll die. So I'm like, yeah, I will die. I'm not going to eat that. I've already changed everything. If I go back, it's bad. So any of that, let's add this or have some of that, it's not a good idea. Don't do it. It's simple. Everything is so simple. And I hope you guys already all know that. That's very simple to be on carnivore. It doesn't have to be super complicated. People overcomplicate the crap out of everything. Freaking out about, oh my gosh, my blood is this and this. Are you dying? Are you dead yet? No, you're fine. Just do what you were doing because you feel good. I feel really good, so I don't care. So it's you gotta have maybe a different mindset about it. Even Kelsey's freaking out about a number. It's a number, dude. Are you alive? Are you feeling good? Like, seriously, if you were bad, just go to a doctor. Like, if you're feeling okay, what's the point? What's the point? Good morning, Loretta. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, this was impromptu this week. I might actually do it every day, depending on the baby, if they wake up or not. It's like raining, so they'll probably be in bed for a little bit longer, which is crazy. Maybe I could do stuff like the dishes. Do those dishes. Long Jack Long. I'm just like, man, sometimes. And what's worse is that if you're going to talk about addiction and you're not going to let new people into the chat and answer their questions, it's not going to be helpful for anybody. You're not going to help a dang person. I love waking up to Aaron. Oh, you're welcome. You dang ball. I should have asked if I should have done it for the whole week. LOL. Let's see. Him picking Peter as moderator was pretty lame. I knew it would be complicated. Whatever. He wants to be my moderator. You guys can have the job. Ugh. That's okay. We don't really need one. Let's see. Also, Peter stated that the old followers were not there or not commenting. Yeah, they weren't. Everybody's gone. And then there are people that are just like literally asking the questions that he wanted. He wanted questions, didn't he? Did he not want questions? Man. You get your questions and you're like, I'm not going to answer them anymore. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. What is this? Crazy, dude. You've lost it. Walk away. Take a break. It's okay. Nobody's going to die if you're not there. It's always like, I got to do this and I got to set this video out at a certain time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you don't. It doesn't matter. We're not robots. We're not going to get online at certain times. We're online at different times. Shows are there. Chill. Just got a message where he said, if you don't send me a super chat or a buy me a coffee or a membership, I don't need those people in my life. And only makes about $3 a day on YouTube, and it's all money. I saw that. And then he was like, please buy me a coffee. Hey guys. Thanks, Rick. No. I do have a buy me a coffee list. I was like, dude, you're making $3 a day on YouTube? That's awesome. I'm making point fraction of a cent. I do it because I love it, not because I don't like it. If I didn't like it, why would I be on here talking about how much I hate it? Like, you're getting paid. People are paying you. Come on. Chill. Ugh. Let's not talk about it. I'm gonna read a scary story and you guys are just gonna go about it. It's too much. Like, I just thought, well, maybe he's going to start something new. And, you know, he was talking about creamer. And I was like, okay, that's good. That's something that I know about. What? Proceed. And then he starts talking about, like, ex-wife stuff and how people need to buy him coffees. And I'm just like, come on. Take a break. It's okay. It's okay. I can't. That made my head hurt a little bit. Yes, read another story. All right, I will find another one. Just because you asked. All right. Should I pull it? Should we do a little poll? Okay. There's another Hatchet Man story. We could do that one. Or there's one called Heartbeat, which I think I've heard before, but we won't know until we read it. Or Don't Turn On the Light. That'd be... What is that? That's interesting. There's one called No Trespassing. There's a dark a dark highway involved. Alright, I'll just pick a story. You guys aren't commenting fast enough. It's not loading up on the screen fast enough. We'll do Hatchet Man. Because we already did Axe Man. Let's finish off strong, shall we? Cheers. I'm gonna drink some of this. This is hot. The fan. I know it's like terrible to have like ceiling fans in the kitchen because they collect a lot of gunk from cooking. I mean, it's so nice to have one. I like it. I like air moving always. And love Mike's channel. Mike eats more than Mitch. Who's Mike? Tell me. I'll reread the comment. Fix it. Find it. Am I subscribed? I don't know. Okay, this is excerpted from, spooky Indiana. I'll get closer so my face gets whiter. Everybody's like, Mike who? Yeah, me too. Who's Mike? Come on, Bill. I just gotta look it up. Alright, Bill will be right back. I will wait to read till Bill comes back. Hi, Lisa. We're reading scary stories, and this one, these are all folklore because it's a lot more fun to tell stories that have been around for a while that you haven't heard. I can talk racing on live. Love racing. Secretariat, yep, Seabiscuit. Everybody's asking about Mike. I don't know. Bill left. He's going to find out. So we're going to find out what this Mike character is and what's he doing. Somebody new, guys. I'm glad I need coffee. Looks like... Ooh, this one's a story. Alright, this will be good. I can feel it. It's going to be a good story. Sandy says, I follow Mike. He's awesome. Can't remember his channel. Good job, everybody. Yeah. Bob's on tonight. That's right. Anybody can chat. Everybody wants to know what Mike is. Bill's looking. He's got a plethora of channels to go through to find it. Okay? It's gonna be alright. Oh, that's nice. Love it. Hot coffee. You guys are crazy. The ones that like the cold stuff. Just crazy. Amy loves carnivore chalk. Aaron, you might be the youngest carnivore. No, I'm not. Close, but I am not. I'm 40. I'm not the youngest carnivore. I know there's a couple that are younger, right? I'm sure of it. Well, thank you, Julie. I brushed my hair today. You're welcome. And it's so fluffy. I don't know what I used. I used something. Yeah, hot black coffee. So good. So good. Everybody. Sip. You know, every time Mitch was like crazy on his live, I kept like showing coffee emojis and writing sip because it's time to drink some coffee, dude. You need Aaron's skincare regimen. Okay, I don't do one, Amy. Bacon grease. Duh. No. It's the light. It covers up everything, but I've got like freckles. They're all over. Ground beef chief. Okay, yeah. Yeah, ground beef chief, guys. Google it. Maybe I can find him real fast. Put him in the thing. Live stream. Click. Search. I've seen him. I'll find it real fast. Ground beef chief. There it is. Real on the internet. Taking forever typing. In a way, I'm not awake. Okay, let me click on his channel. And then I think I click on like the top part, share or something. Do I hit more? More. And then I want to copy and paste. So hold on. And that's how I copy. I have to make that noise or it doesn't work. Do you all make the copying noise? Okay. Control C. Go over here. How I pop the window out. Restore chat. Okay. Control V. Put the F at the end. I didn't put the F at the end. Did it work? I think it did. There's a line under it. It might have worked. Ground beef chief. Yes. If you click on that, it'll take you straight to ground beef chief and subscribe. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed. He's the real deal. I like the real deal. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I subscribe to you. I've seen him. I hadn't subscribed yet, but I like a real deal. Thank you, Bill. All right, we're gonna read about the Hatchet Man. Wow. Okay. There were warnings all over the campus about Hatchet Man, who was supposedly abused and killed. Maybe we should start again. Let's all sip. Simultaneous. Julie said it worked. There are warnings all over campus about a Hatchet Man who was supposedly abused and killed a woman in the Bloomington, Indiana. I've been to Spice World, Indiana. I was like Spice Girls. This place is going to be awesome. All the girls were warned to walk in pairs and to stay in brightly lit areas if they had to go out at night. The sophomore and her roommate were staying in an empty dorm over Thanksgiving break, since their families were out of the country. Isn't that that's always the way? The families go out of the country and don't even take the girls. They've grown very bored as the day followed boring day and followed boring night. Tired of staying inside every night for the fear of the Hatchet Man, her roommate suggested that they have dinner at the local bar, and the sophomore agreed. Local bar? No, don't do it. The two women had lingered longer than anticipated, and it was almost midnight when the sophomore, more than a little drunk, decided to walk back to the dorm. Her roommate was busy flirting with the bartender, so she headed into the dark, silent streets alone. The sophomore had forgotten all about the Hatchet Man warnings. It was until she took a shortcut through a dark, creepy alley that she remembered. Yes, the shortcut through the dark, creepy alley would make you remember, right? There was a desperate murderer on the loose. The sophomore shivered. Feeling suddenly sober, apparently I'm not, and very much alone, she felt as if hostile eyes were peering out at her from every menacing shadow and darkened doorway. She quickened her pace and was heavy breathing, and she heard behind... What? She quickened her pace. Was that heavy breathing she heard behind her? Were those footsteps walking in time with her? The sophomore broke into a run, heart pounding fiercely, sure that someone was following her. She darted into the college campus, zigzagged through the buildings, and flung herself, panting into the dorm. Painting? Yeah, let's paint. Let's paint for a dorm. Panting into the dorm. She pounded up 3 flights of stairs, down the hall, and slammed into her room, locking the door behind her. It was only then, leaning against the door, with her heart racing, that she started to feel foolish. There was no sound from the hallway, no footsteps, no heavy breathing, no hatchet breaking through the wood door. She'd been a fool. The sophomore staggered to the bathroom to wash up for the night, leaving the door locked behind her. She kept glancing in the mirror to make sure everything was secure. The scene in the mirror was normal. There was no sound in the empty dormitory. Everything was just fine, she told herself. Then she remembered that her roommate was still at the bar. She didn't want her roommate to walk home alone. So she called the bar and asked the manager if he would arrange for her roommate to be brought home in a taxi. The music in the background was loud, and she wasn't sure if the manager understood her request. But at least she tried. That's right, at least you tried. You do your best. The sophomore curled up in bed with the reading lamp on, determined to wait for her roommate. But the combination of heavy drinking and her earlier fright sent her into a deep sleep almost at once, and she didn't awaken until the sun came pouring through the window the next morning. She woke up with a hangover and rolled over, trying not to be sick in bed. When she looked across the room, she realized that her roommate wasn't in bed near the far wall. In fact, it looked as if her bed was not slept in at all. She rolled to her feet, heart pounding with dread. Maybe her roommate had spent the night in the lobby? Her roommate had done that once before when she was out partying until the wee hours of the morning, saying it was too much trouble to climb up 3 flights of stairs. With trembling hands, the sophomore unlocked the door, and it wrenched it open in search of her roommate. The unmistakable, faintly metallic scent of blood smashed into her nostrils as the door swung open. That was her only warning before her shocked eyes saw blood splattered all over the walls and floor of the 3rd floor hallway. She screamed in terror, leaping backward away from the partially decapitated body of her roommate, which lay there dead at her feet. Her throat was slit from end to end, and blood pooled under her dead body. The nails on her outstretched hands were torn and splintered where they had scratched desperately into the wooden door. A black shadow lay across her roommate's body. She looked up in daze. Her gaze followed the black shadow to its source. Embedded in the window frame near the entrance to the staircase was a blood-stained hatchet, outlined in the light of the rising sun. What? Ugh, scary. Sounds like normal scary mystery. Oh my gosh, that wasn't fun. That was terrible. Totally not fun. Scary. Oh, hello, Rick. Rick came. Hey, check out my new shirt, Rick. Isn't it sweet? It's totally epic. It's all the epics. All the epics. Aaron, hope you don't start smoking cigars while you do your lives. The coffee's okay. Well, I hope I don't either, Rick. It's been more than 20 years since I've smoked a cigarette or a cigar. That's right. I'm a quitter, and I'm good at it. Oh, that's not the one with the coffee in it. Uh-oh. Okay, everybody. That was really scary. Maybe I should screen them. But if I screen the scary stories, it would not be as fun. I'll like read them on the fly. Slow mode. I looked at that. I was like, maybe I can do like a 60-second slow mode so I could read all your comments. And then I was like, nah, that's weird. That's not fun. About to chat a little bit. That just seemed like a murder mystery, you know? Because they never... Hatchet Man didn't turn around and get her. She saw the hatchet. He left his hatchet, so obviously that was his last lady. Shouldn't have locked the door, but also you should have locked the door. Friend should have had keys. I don't know. So weird. Probably not good to read that one. I should have screened it. Sorry, guys. It is an awesome shirt. I lost the link for it, though, because we're helping Mike's channel out, but he probably doesn't need any help. Yeah, I think, Rick, this week, possibly. Why not? As long as Flash is good on the bus, we're going to be good. I told him he's got to be good this week or he's not going to go trick-or-treating. Because I don't care. We all want those shirts, Rick. Lewis did a good job. That's right, he sure did. Guys, and it's really soft. It's a nice shirt. For sure. I like it. Yes. I don't like to be controlled. That's right, Terri Shu. You're right. I don't. I'm definitely random. Yeah, I guess if you're here, did he stop going? Because I saw that Mitch said he was just going to keep going today. And then I realized, he's not been walking outside like he said he was going to when he started his early morning lives. Might be part of it. No exercise. Tired Rick quit cigarettes in 1998. Good for you. Isn't that crazy? Okay, you guys want to quit cigarettes? Go cold turkey and really mean it, like with your head. You don't want it. Don't need it. You really gotta do that. It's the same thing with sugar and carbs, though. Like, if you know how to do that, you can quit anything. Anything. It's always the first 3 days, I feel like, are the hardest. When you get to number 4, you're just like, I did it. I went through, like, the awfulness. See, I had that idea with the coffee when I did Lion Diet last year. I was like, oh, wow, I don't need the coffee anymore because it was, like, really, really terrible. Terrible headaches and everything. And I was like, I don't need to go back. No. But then also, it's coffee. And I'll just make it more watered down. That's what I've been doing. I used to drink pretty strong coffee. So I'm glad I watered it down a lot. Oh, is Risa here? Hi, Risa. Good morning. Did you miss the scary stories? That's okay. Don't worry. I will create another thumbnail and we will have another scary story session tomorrow. And I need to save, while I'm here, I need to pin the American folklore stuff because they're kind of creepy. Try to keep them. There's so many. How do I do stuff? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Bookmark. I would like to bookmark this tab. Dun-dun-dun. Done. Hopefully, I don't lose it because it's really nice. It's americanfolklore.net / scary stories. You guys want to read them? I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. How about that? Look at me being all fancy today. Putting links in the chat. Super fancy. Awesome. I had to stop the new stuff was making my anxiety worse. Ooh, what was messing up your anxiety there? What's going on? What did I miss? Restore that chat. And then I'll put the link to these spooky stories in with it. And hopefully it works. It looks like it's underlined. I could pin it too. Yeah, community is everything. Look, if I didn't have you guys, I don't know, like I'd still be carnivore, but I think I wouldn't be as happy. So there you go. You do the THC gummies for sleep. Are they they're kind of carby? Okay, I was wondering about that because Veda was like, well, next time we'll do that to you, Mom. And I'm like, no, that'd be bad. I like community. You didn't get a notification. Okay, Josephine. Tomorrow morning, it would be 7 a.m. my time, probably next day your time. I don't even know. I don't know, sorry. But we'll be here. I'm going to try for the week. Yeah. Try for the week. I don't know if I want to do films anymore, if I'm going to do live. I might record some stuff. There's stuff that I have to edit from camping. I did get like little bits and pieces of it that I'd like to put out, and yeah. Oh, Lisa said they have capsules, Terry, but you've never tried them. I would guess that all that stuff is weird. So, I don't know. Cool, more stories. Yes. Yes. So that is the American Folklore link. It's pretty good because there's no pop-up windows or anything, and gives you treat. Shannon said she'd be here tomorrow. Yeah, if I'm up and I'm ready to go around 6:30, maybe 6:45 my time, which is Central USA. I'll probably start a little early, but I will put it at 7 from my time in the morning. I might start early just because Kilt's got me up early and then there's nothing to do for an hour except prepare for this wonderful live stream. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. This has been a lot of fun, actually. You're on your new laptop and it's cool. You can see all the keyboard letters. Yes, awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. And 5 a.m. your time. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so yeah. We'll do it for the week. See how you feel. See how I feel. It's actually kind of fun. I like hanging out with you guys. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you get some steps in. I haven't been like recording how many I've been doing. I know I probably didn't do enough yesterday. I felt kind of sore from camping. But the ground was really clay and soft. I'll do it for the week. I'll brew that coffee a little bit stronger. You can do it. You need it. And dress up like Butter Woman on Halloween or something. Don't forget. You're eating an oopsie cake? Oh my gosh. Rocky loves those. I'm not so much a big fan of it. That's okay. Alright, Smoothie, have a great day. Lisa, see you. Jeff, have a good day. Eat a ham bone, like he says. Alright, I gotta boop you out, alright? Beep. Ah. Boop. Be-doo.